Alright, hello YouTube. Today we are recording more Pioneer. This time we're playing some Esper mid-range, Esper aggro. You can call this whatever you want. But this is kind of an interesting build of a version of a deck that was similar to what existed in Standard. We've got a bunch of different upgrades in Pioneer. We've got some things that are from Standard as well that are really powerful and some cute little synergies. So let's hop into the deck. For starters, for Thoughtseize, it's a pretty straightforwardly powerful card, and it does play nicely with Raffine, where once your opponent is hellbent or whatever, you can just loot them away for the connive. We've got Portable Hole and Seam and Fatal Push as a split. These could be either or. I don't know if diversified matters. I think you could maybe make the argument Seam Rip's better because of Invoke Despair, but I don't think Invoke Despair is that good against your deck anyway, and it just depends. Like, if people can upgrade Portable Hole. I don't know. I don't know what they can do to Seam Rip. So, that's not too important. What is important is we've got this cute little package of Cecil, Adanto Vanguard, and Shelter by Ghost. So what this lets us do is if we have Cecil on 1, we can play Adanto Vanguard, go down to 12, attack, trigger, and then immediately have a 4/4 lifelink on turn 2. Puts us at 10, so it's a bit of a liability. But in certain matchups, like if you're fairly certain your opponent can't kill the 4/4, I think it's going to be worth doing. And then, of course, it's untapped, so it can block alongside the Adanto Vanguard. We also just have Adanto Vanguard plus Shelter by Ghost. This is sort of stealing some tech from the Greasefang decks, where they have Shelter and Indestructible creatures. So, cute little overlap between all these cards, and they fit relatively decently into this Raffine shell. Next up, we've got Voice of Victory, which plays extremely well with Raffine. You get 3 connives if you stack your triggers properly. All in all, just a decent card. It's nice to not have your Raffine countered. And it does do some beating down. It is 3 power. So I'm still not 100% sure. Like, I have Esper lists with Gix. In the post-board games, you can just pick up the token to put into play Kaito, which is really nice against control. Still a work in process, but I wanted to record a video with this deck because I thought it was cool. Some Floodpits Drowners. This is just a helpful card versus the red deck. We do have a lot of cards that should be good. We've got Cecil that can flip, some cheap interaction, Vanishing Verse, and Shelter by Ghost. But still, the red deck is incredibly powerful, so it is nice to have access to something like this. And it's a flash threat against sweepers, so that's good too. Vanishing Verse, I think, is one of the better removal spells in the format. It's good against like Rakdos, Mono Black, Mono Red. Just overall strong card. It's nice to be able to deal with Unholy Annex before they even draw a card. That's pretty important. And then Brazen Borrower is kind of similar to Vanishing Verse, where it just answers permanence, but it's also a threat to increase your creature count for Raffine, because you do want to be doing beatdowns most of the time. We have a Shock Verge mana base. If you're going to play 3-color decks in Pioneer, this is my preferred way to do it. I think that this mana base is pretty strong. You don't really have to worry about any of your lands coming into play tapped. You're going to be taking damage, but we're a 4 Cecil deck, so it sort of compensates for the fact we're taking damage. And then I just have a Singleton Starting Town, a Singleton Basic, and a Great Arashin City as a way to get 1/1s into play after you connive your creatures for Raffine, or if they just die naturally. Sideboard, extra Portable Hole is removal, Spell Pierces for control and combo. Rest in peace for the graveyard decks, Knockout Blow. Obviously for red, a little awkward against Screaming Nemesis, but 1 mana is hard to beat. Some Wandering Emperors and Kaitos. These can go in different matchups, but any sort of like mid-rangey control matchup, they're decent. Wandering Emperor, I think, is fine against Mono Red. I would not put in Kaito against Mono Red. Silence for Phoenix, and then I'm trying these Dawnbringer Clerics just because the Rakdos decks have so many enchantments. And it is a 2-mana 1/3, which is nice. Like, you can nab a Kroxa, you can nab an Arclight Phoenix, it can blow up Artisan's Talent. I'm not sure if this is better than Lauren or not, but it is cheaper, and the body is appealing with Raffine, so I figured we'll give it a shot. I don't know the right answer to this sideboard slot. I've tried Destroy Evil, Lauren. There's all sorts of different things you could do. Maybe you just don't need anything for this slot because you have Vanishing Verse, but yeah, just experiment in there. So that is it for the deck. If you want it, it will be in the description. Thanks for hanging out if you just wanted to see the deck. Otherwise, I will see you all in the games. All right, opponent goes first. I will keep. Short of blue source, but Got some spells to cast. Oh no, that sucks. They have 2 field runs and we drew our basic. That's so annoying. Oh, that's bad. We just lose because of this. So, like, no one plays these except for people on Arena. I don't know. I think it's because people don't want to craft Mutavaults. But I keep getting field ruined. And I just, like, if you look at the Moto results, like, nobody plays it. I don't know. Maybe some content creator, like, I don't know why they didn't do this. Some content creator posted a video with field rune, or there's, like, a budget thingy. But I don't understand why my opponent... I guess they don't know how many... I'm being dumb. They don't know how many basics I have. I feel like every opponent I've ever played, I'm so conditioned to them immediately trying to get me, and it always works. So, this person is not one of those people, which is good news. I guess it wouldn't have mattered because I was drawing a blue source anyway, but now they can blow it up. The Mutavault anyway, so yeah, I mean, like, you're just not casting Gifted Aetherborn, I guess, unless you draw Urborg. It's so greedy. It's very frustrating. Just have to hope my Raffine souls them. Obviously, they just stopped the removal spell. Okay, well, unlucky, I guess. Okay. Would not recommend building your deck the way my opponent did. People don't really play... People just play monocolor decks because of Sunspine links, so the whole I'm going to get you with Field Rune plan, I don't know if that's particularly optimal, but we're over here experimenting and getting mega punished, which sucks. You know, you could put another basic in your deck. I don't think I would put an island in my deck anyway, so... But we're just going to draw more lands that are different colors this game and be fine. And it'll be simple. So if I think they have Invoke Despair, I can put in Spell Pierce, but otherwise, not all too worried. Borrower's okay. I don't think we need it. And I think we'll go in on the Shelter by Ghost stuff. Just give it a try here. I'm not sure if it's great against Mono Black. Like, they can Archmage's Charm, your indestructible thing, but it does cost 5 mana. Sometimes you're going to be able to, like, Shelter by Ghost a token or whatever. A demon token. Alright, well, this hand is relatively Thoughtseize proof. So I can voice or I can Vanguard. Go ahead and run out this thing. I want an answer for Unholy Annex. Okay, well, can you read? Can we do some reading? Would a little bit of reading hurt? Am I getting Sweeper? I mean, what Sweeper would it be? It would have to be like a -3/-3 that was going to kill the Gifted Aetherborn. Alright, we didn't draw our basic, so we get something when we get Field Ruined. It's always very annoying when you draw your basic against the Field Rune Enjoyer. Opponent has the nuts of 2 black sources in their 100 million colorless land deck. Obviously, I'm being facetious, but let's draw land. This game's going better.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
I'm never done for good.
God damn it. Well, let's not tell them that we have it. Cool. Alright, didn't matter that we drew it anyway. They were just dead. Alright, so my opponent has all their gifted Aetherborns in. I could have more removal for them. Like I said, I just don't think they're the important cards. I guess they're good against Voice of Victory. They're not particularly good against Drowner. Or Vanguard. Even Cecil. Raffine can outscale my things as well. I think I'm comfortable with them having the card gifted Aetherborn in play. I just don't care. Like, my deck is aggressive, but also can sort of grow tall. Planeswalkers and Raffine. Yep. Well, the good news is I have Cecil Vanguard, and if they take Cecil or whatever, I get to Thoughtseize them, so... Sure.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
I think we're just supposed to make 2/2/2s, and like if they have removal spell, be okay with it. If they have removal spell anyway, then
Keep watch for intruders.
my Wandering Emperor dies. But this way I end up with a 2/2 when my Wandering Emperor dies. It's unfortunate. So they were just missing the black source. Yeah, their deck is built so badly. Like, you've invoked Despair, gifted Aetherborn, and then 8 colorless lands. It's crazy. Alright, we needed help. That counts as help. The Wandering Emperor was very good, though. We were fortunate to draw the land. I don't think I need the shelter yet. They're down to 9. 2 removal spells, so what am I trying to dodge? Just like Extinction Events, Invoke Despairs, even Shieldred's not that big of a deal. I think I'd rather shelter. Probably just a land, but I think this is low cost. It's a removal spell, I guess? Okay. It's relevant. So now if they rip Invoke, it'd be pretty sad. So Mutavault has to chump. Unless they hit... What would they hit here? Liliana the Veil is really scary. There's a lot of things I could draw that will just make me dead. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not getting any help from the top, so... I think it's just gonna be on them matching our bricking or whatever. Fortunately for me, they have some cards that they like removal spells they can draw that don't really do anything. But if they hit their specific sort of things that can interact with this, which they have, you know, some of, it's gonna be bad. But we can check creatures, we can check spot removal. Okay, yeah, they just died at the trigger. Nice. Okay, cool. You know, it was a bit of a curmudgeon at the start, but things worked out in the end, so GG's. I'll take it. Alright, well, I was hoping to be recording the game when we hit Diamond, but our opponent just AFK'd, so we hit Diamond. But we're going to battle again. You go first. Yep. Got Cecil. We got Adanto Vanguard. We're very good at dealing damage to ourselves. I honestly could maybe, with this draw, consider just not Vanguarding. Just curving into the voice. We'll see what they do, though. Because what? We're going to go... Okay, Beseiju means I definitely... go fast. So 4's 13, so I just need to ding myself here. Alright, 1 mana 4/4. Let's go. Alright, easy game. Easiest game of my life. Shoot. Well, I'm putting this one in the video. Even if they concede again on turn 1, I'm putting this one in the video. I've been trying to record. All my opponents have been AFKing on me. And, you know, that was impressive enough. I'll take it. Beseiju. We could just put them on mono green. Playing turn 1 Beseiju is kind of interesting. Because it sort of suggests that they maybe just kept a one-lander and bricked. Because you always want to play your forest first. I could not sideboard. I could just think about all the green decks in the format and then approach it from that angle. It could be the food deck. It could be Angels. I don't think Angels plays Beseiju normally, but... Spell Pierce might cover a lot of the green deck bases. I think all the 1-mana removal should be fine as well. Like in the dark, maybe put in a portable hole. I think Voice is going to be worse against green decks on average, so let's try that. Let's guesstimate that they have elves and or things that I can blow up with portable hole. If they're Lotus Field without Artisan's talent, maybe I'll regret it, but maybe it could be a Lotus Field player that kept Beseiju Sylvan Scrying and no other land. Okay, it's definitely Lotus Field. God damn it. Alright, well my life sucks. I guess we could blow that up. It's not that bad. Alright, shout out Vanishing Verse. Could be worse. Got Proctor. We're procting. No. Okay. So they could Proctor Lotus this turn, and then we just have to hope Thoughtseizes get it done. Maybe the discontinuity? No, just the old-fashioned fair Lotus Field. Alright, that's not too bad for us. I did play the wrong land here. If I draw Cecil, it's a bit awkward, but... Okay. So, they have mana. Do I take the redraw? I could let them lock down my voice. That's not really that big of a deal. I don't really care about the ley line either. I guess we'll just not play the voice. And take the cards that do anything. We can let them have some mana. Sure. I guess I'm just doing this. I don't really know. Like, Shelter's really bad against Lotus Field. So, just using my mana. Might be better if I top deck a Raffine. Yeah, I would rather... I guess this stops it. I would have rather done that, but... Alright. I don't think Verge does much. Maximize damage. We got 4 turn, so we're on a 4-turn clock. Hopefully we can find like a Raffine or something that'll speed things up a ton. But Vanishing Verse, you know, pretty nice that it enabled our Thoughtseizes. We top deck Vizier? Do we talk? You can't pour. I guess they could strings pour. If they draw Ultimatum or whatever, we'll just die, but then I'll just be sad. Sad about it all. Maybe they drew Ultimatum because their strings in. Maybe they're being impatient and pouring. If you have pour, you're probably not supposed to play it right now, right? This is fine. Sure. We just need more threats. Actually, I should probably be dinging myself with this. So I want to get myself to 14. I could have waited. Like, once I'm at 15, I can just use the town plus the shock to enable a Cecil, but... They have 1,000,000 mana, and then I'm 2-turning them. Okay, they have 100,000,000 mana. I messed up a little bit, but... I don't think it matters. Should have just shocked. Like, I should have +2 life. The game's gonna end next turn either way. Potentially. I guess they could draw another temporary lockdown. Really, man? Come on. Just gonna win at 1. It's so annoying. Just needed them to brick once. Your 4 Thoughtseizes against their triple ley line of sanctity. I just haven't drawn a relevant spell. It's pretty annoying. And they get an extra turn because of this stupid thing. Imagine spending time of your life. You only live X amount of years in your life, and imagine just spending time playing Lotus Field. Like how? Couldn't be me. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, great. Great draw, actually. That's exactly what I wanted. Wow, what a really good draw. I'm having such a yippee, fun, giddy time. Alright, just die anyway. Just die anyway. Just die despite me drawing 150,000 lands and Thoughtseizes. Just die anyway with your stupid all leyline Lotus Field deck. Just be dead. Just piss off. Let's end the video with this wonderful AFK. Can't do anything. Can't interact with your bullshit. You're just stalling. I'm trying to cross the finish line. God bless. Hey, shout out another dead Lotus Field player. Let's go, baby. GG's. Dead in MTG Arena specifically. Not in any other case. I want all Lotus Field players to live long lives. But just where they're not playing Lotus Field against me. Alright, I've been recording for way longer than you might know. Like I said before, my opponents keep just AFKing and roping and doing all sorts of things. So we're going to end on this miserable Lotus Field video, or miserable Lotus Field match. This deck is very cool. Hopefully you don't walk away from watching this video saying this deck's not cool, because it wasn't the best. But the deck's cool. I encourage you to try it, play it. If you want to play Raffine, I think this is a cool shell for it. I'm going to put all my enthusiasm right here at the end, because there wasn't much in other places. Hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it. I need it. I don't need it, but I want it? I don't know. I could use it. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll see you all the next time. Next video. Standard Pioneer, etc. Peace.